A Roman cross. Yeah, Jesus died on that. So I don't care what you believe. Just read history. It's a historical fact. So the question that we have to ask is, what will we do with this man of misery? 6 hours on a piece of wood. That's how it changed history? What's weird, though, is we've pimped Jesus out, made his sacrifice foolery. Like I just go to church on Easter and make his cross nice jewelry. But see, the cross, though, wasn't a symbol of faith. It was a symbol of death. I mean, imagine if someone wore an electric chair around their neck. So the question that we have to ask is, what was different about that man on that day that could turn something that kills into something that saves? See, he is unique because he is innocent. God actually became a man. Now that is different. Then on the cross, he says, I'm not dying because of me. I'm dying because of you. Not just for your sins you have done, but for the ones you will do. Then on the cross, God treated Jesus like he was us, poured out his wrath on the Son so he might show he's just. See, he took our filth. He took our sin. The beauty is when we trust in Jesus, we're included in him. But first, walk with me to what it must have been like that night, when the Son of God looked like he lost the fight. No heartbeat, no beating, no sign of life. Jesus tasted death, and it didn't feel right. Have you ever let that sink in? That Jesus died? No, Jesus actually died. 3 days in the tomb, lifeless, laid his remains, like a king giving up his crown, like he had given up his rings. But all of a sudden, come Sunday, something started to change. From the grave, you heard a thump. Blood started pumping in his veins. Heart beating, blood pulsing. Instantly, Satan felt his power break because the Son of God was dead. But now, the Son of God was awake, and every breath that he took was another punch to Satan's face, showing that we are not under our sin, but we are under grace. So rejoice with me, because when Jesus went to the grave, you did too. And when he rose from the grave, your life became new. He says, my job is finished. Let your new life begin. You can actually have freedom. Stop wallowing in your sin. See, the chains have been broken. The stone's been rolled away. God doesn't love a future you. He actually loves you today. So, you're clean. You're spotless. The curse has been squashed. That's what baptism is. It's just showing you've been washed. So rejoice with me, because we aren't waiting for the verdict. He already said, not guilty. Resurrection proves he assured it. Because our whole lives, we've feasted on sin, but we couldn't pay the bills. Yet God walks over to our bills and says, I'll take care of it. So stop trying to pay for your own debt. In fact, God doesn't really expect it, because the cross shows payment given, and resurrection shows payment accepted. So church, and instantly, we are perfectly spotless when we were spiritual boards. Because when he walked out of the grave, he left our sin on the floor. And he turned around and looked at where his body lay and said, huh, sin? See, that's where you're going to stay. So church, walk in freedom, because you are free. The resurrection was just a stamp saying it's a guarantee. A royal decree proclaiming we're children of the King. Because when your mouth can't, but your life will always sing.